Hello friends, in this video we'll be discussing about meiosis second, which is the last topic to be discussed under the topic of cell cycle, class 11 biology. So let's start the discussion with meiosis second. That is, after meiosis 1, cytokinesis will occur and one parent cell will divide into two daughter cells, and those two daughter cells are together called as dyad of cells. And in many cases, friends, chromosomes in each daughter cell undergo some dispersion. That is, once we already know that cell cycle has two parts, interphase and the M phase. M phase is the true division phase and the interphase is the resting phase. So in that, no clear chromosomes can be seen. Whole genetic material is established in the form of chromatin threads which are entangled among themselves. So it is a tendency of a cell, whensoever it will divide into two daughter cells, during cell division there are proper distinctive chromosomes seen. But once the cell has divided into daughter cells, in daughter cells the chromosomes again tends to disintegrate into normal chromatin material, and that chromatin fibers get entangled among itself. So this in the same tendency of a cell, whensoever the cell will divide after meiosis 1, dyad of cell will occur, and that dyad of cell, in that dyad of cell, chromosomes dispersion starts, but not up to an extent in which there is an extremely extended state achieved. The dispersion is only slightly, or a minimum dispersion of chromosomes is seen after meiosis 1. And then we'll talk about interkinesis. Interkinesis is a special term given for a stage between two meiotic divisions. So space between two meiotic divisions is interkinesis, and if the question comes, space between two mitotic division is our interphase, the same resting phase of a cell. So in interkinesis, no replication of DNA occur. In contrast, this interphase has three phases. We already know that it is G1, gap 1, S phase and gap 2. In S phase, replication of DNA occurs in interphase, but in interkinesis there is no replication of DNA. And finally this phase, which is called as interphase, is followed by prophase second meiotic division of our meiosis. Now let us discuss about the stages of meiosis 2. Like any other mitosis or meiosis 1, the name of stages remains same, and the mnemonic also, that is pro-mat. Prophase, metaphase, anaphase and telophase. Just the suffix second has to be added at the end of each stage. Now just remember that meiosis 2 is started immediately after cytokinesis, before the chromosomes have fully elongated or say extended into chromatin material. Chromosome is a condensed form of chromatin fibers. Now, in contrast to meiosis 1, meiosis 2 resembles normal mitosis. That means the number of chromosomes in the parent cell and in the daughter cells remains same in case of meiosis second. I have already explained it many times, yet explaining it once again. If a parent cell is having 46 number of chromosomes, it will undergo meiosis 1, so the resulting daughter cells will have 23 number of chromosomes each. This is after meiosis 1. And when these cells will undergo meiosis 2, which is said to be similar like meiosis 2 is similar like mitosis, just because the number of chromosomes will remain the same. So what is actually happening here? We have a pair of homologous chromosomes. This thing has been discussed many a times. In meiosis 1, this pair is split between the daughter cells, and in meiosis 2, this chromosome will divide from the center into two chromatids, and each chromatid will go into single cell. So this is what is all happening in meiosis second, and it is similar to mitosis in terms the number of chromosomes between parent cell and the daughter cells are remaining same. Now let us talk about the phases individually. Prophase of any division is distincted by compaction of chromosomes, disintegration of nuclear membrane and disappearance of organelles. So here also prophase 2 is much simpler than prophase 1. Why prophase 1 was complicated one? Because in that a special procedure which was called as recombination of DNA was taking place. That was some genetic modifications which were occurring between the non-sister chromatids of homologous chromosomes. If you are feeling it difficult to understand these things, you can follow my video of meiosis 1, and it will be very simple for you to understand what I am talking right now. For the time being, I am discussing meiosis 2, prophase 2. In prophase 2, this is much simpler than prophase 1, and here also the same thing, nuclear membrane starts to disappear, chromosomes again become compact, and organelles will disappear. Metaphase 2, in which is the phase metaphase is a phase at which all the chromosomes lie at the equator, and this is the stage where the morphology of chromosomes is most easily seen. So in metaphase 2 also chromosomes align at the equator. This is called as metaphase plate, when all the chromosomes align at the equator, and the microtubules from the opposite poles of the cell, poles of the spindle, get attached to the kinetochores of sister chromatids. If we take an example of a cell in which the chromosomes have been arranged in the center, or say equator of the cell, so we'll have a centrosome which is made up of two centrioles attached at 90 degree to each other. So this centrosome, this is centrosome, will have these plates beside the centromere is called as kinetochore plates, and at these plates spindle fibers come and attach. So this is a plate where spindle fibers attach. Now what is happening in metaphase 2? The spindle fibers from opposite poles comes and attach to the kinetochore. This is the kinetochore plates of individual sister chromatid. Now talking about anaphase 2. Anaphase is represented by splitting of chromosomes, and in terms of anaphase 2, sister chromatids will separate once the centromere disintegrates into two chromatids. Now what will happen? There would be a break in these chromosomes, and each sister chromatid would be pulled by the spindle fibers towards one of the pole of the cell. So this is anaphase 2. Let's discuss what is written. Anaphase 2 begins with simultaneous splitting of the centromere, and once centromere is split, which was holding the sister chromatids together, the sister chromatids will start moving towards the opposite poles of the cell because of shortening of microtubules which are attached to the kinetochore plate of the sister chromatids. Now last phase, which is the telophase 2, telophase is marked by reappearance of nucleoli, reappearance of nuclear membrane. So these are the things. Meiosis ends with telophase second, in which the two groups of chromosomes once again get enclosed by a nuclear envelope. So presence of nuclear envelope is characteristic feature of telophase, and cytokinesis is followed, resulting in formation of tetrad of cells, that is 4 haploid daughter cell. One parent cell would divide into 2 dyad, and that dyad would result into a tetrad at the end of meiosis second, which is similar to that of mitosis. So with this we have completed the discussion of meiosis second. Now let's find out the significance of meiosis. Why this meiosis process is significant? It is significant because it helps in conservation of specific chromosome number of each species. That means if human beings have 46 chromosomes, if meiosis takes place, then only we can conserve the chromosome number in our species, because while gamete formation, what happens? The number of chromosomes reduce to half, and when male and female gamete, which contains 23 chromosomes each, comes and fuse to form a zygote that will again have 46 chromosomes. So in all sexually reproducing organisms, meiosis helps in conservation of specific number of chromosomes of that species, and which is given across generation in sexually reproducing organisms. And also because we know that in prophase 1, that to be very specific, in Pachytene stage of prophase 1 of meiosis 1, there occurs a process called as recombination, which is the soul of meiosis, because that increases the genetic variability in the population just because of genetic modifications which is taking place in the Pachytene stage of prophase 1 of meiosis 1. So with this, the significance of meiosis could be summarized in two points. First is conservation of specific number of chromosomes in each species, and second one is it increases the genetic variability among population so as to bring evolution in the population. And with this, we have completed the entire discussion of NCERT regarding the unit of cell cycle, in which we have discussed mitosis, meiosis, different stages of each of these cytokinesis in detail in my videos. Thank you for watching this video. Hope you like my other videos also. Do subscribe to my channel.